It's time to do it. It is time to rebuild. The Lakers are currently 13-11, and they are sitting at the 8th spot. It is time to rebuild and move on from the LeBron James era. Deondre Hawkins here with another edition of Lakers Talk Daily, presented by Pechanga Resort Casino. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, the official Native American resort and casino of the Los Angeles Lakers. Skip the traffic, head on over to Pechanga Resort Casino, just off the I-15 in Temecula. Visit Pechanga.com or call 888-PECHANGA for reservations and for more information. Look, I mentioned it in the previous episodes. The Thunder is a team that is getting young. They had their rebuild year, and they rebuilt their roster around Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. The Houston Rockets is a team that is young. They got a couple guys on that roster who are young, and they had their rebuilding moment. And now look where they are in the Western Conference. The Minnesota Timberwolves came off a Western Conference Finals run last year. They're building around their superstar, Anthony Edwards. And yes, they are struggling right now, but they still have a rising star in Anthony Edwards who is going to develop, and they're going to bring assets around him to improve that team. The Dallas Mavericks, another example. They're building around Luka Doncic. Fresh off a Western Conference Finals run, they're still constantly building off Luka Doncic, the rising star. The Lakers' star right now is LeBron James, who is not guaranteed to come back next year. LeBron can retire come after this season. It is time to move on from the LeBron James era. I'm a big fan of LeBron James. I would hate to see him go. I love what he has done for this Los Angeles Lakers organization. He has brought a championship to this roster. And I get it. The biggest thing that John Ireland says is that star-driven talent. But the answer is, the Lakers have not had any success in these past couple of years. Yes, they had a Western Conference Finals push, lost to Denver Nuggets. They lost in the first round last year to the Denver Nuggets, and they're sitting currently in the play-in spot, where they're in the same spot than they were last year. LeBron James, you might have to be open and listening to trade talks. I get it; it's hard to trade LeBron, especially when he has that no trade clause. But it is time to move on. And it's a good thing. I know a lot of people are saying, oh, Laker fans are not going to want that. They don't want a rebuilding year. They don't want to rebuild for 5-6 years. You have to do it. You have to do it. Why? Because you set yourself up now for success in the future. Yes, you have to go through those struggle years. You have to go through those years where you're losing. You're not winning no more than 30 games for 2, 3, 4 years. The Thunder went through that. They had two losing seasons in a row. Then they figured out they had a season where they missed out on the playoffs, but they improved and they kept on building towards it. Yes, they made a lot of trades, had a lot of draft picks, and they had a lot of valuable assets they were able to do in those draft picks. And I get it. The Lakers only have 2 draft picks that everybody wants. Now the question is, do the Lakers want to get rid of those draft picks? If they want to try to trade away LeBron James and try to find someone who is worthy enough to make this team that they can build around as far as young, driven talent. Who knows? Is that answer going to be there? Yes, we'll see which player has been linked around. I know Brandon Ingram has been rumored around to be that guy, but do you really want to rebuild around a guy like Brandon Ingram? We were talking about it yesterday on the show that Jimmy Butler, his name has been popped up, but he's not. His targets have not been listed, and the Lakers have not been on that trade target for Jimmy Butler. That is a sign. The Lakers don't have any assets to build around a guy like Jimmy Butler. Yes, he is 35 years old, but the fact that the Lakers are not on his list for potential trade suitors, that is an issue, and that is a problem because the Lakers are normally linked to a lot of names. It's time to move on from the LeBron era. And it's okay to rebuild. It's okay to have struggle. I get it. You're not going to generate enough revenue. There's not going to be a lot of money coming in. But if you're a true Lakers fan, if you are a true diehard Lakers fans, you understand those rebuilding years. You understand those years when you had a rookie Deondre Russell, you had a guy like Ryan Kelly, you had the Xavier Henry, and the list can go on. And the team wasn't that good. But when we had those years and we were able to acquire LeBron and he was able to make a change drastically, you've seen their improvement. They brought a championship in and they were able to bring in assets to support LeBron, and that's why they were a championship level competing team in those years when LeBron was first in LA. You're going to have to do that again. Whether it's trade LeBron away to a Western Conference opponent, I would hate to see the Lakers make a trade to LeBron to the Warriors. I know the Warriors were linked to his name last year and LeBron said no, but you don't want to trade him away into a Western Conference opponent. And it's okay. It is okay to move on from this Lakers era with LeBron. He has done enough for this city. He brought a championship. He has made a statement on his name with this Los Angeles Lakers organization by breaking the scoring record and breaking numerous records consistently. But if the team is not going in the right direction, especially this year, sitting in the eighth seed, and they're currently in the play-in and the same record, and you have seen the energy and effort not there on a consistent basis, maybe it's time to let LeBron go away and walk out and get a championship somewhere else in these last 2 years. And I get it. He has to agree to it with the no trade clause, but it's okay to move on. Yes. And then you're going to have that next question. What is Anthony Davis going to do? Should he be with LeBron? Should we trade Anthony Davis? Me personally, I feel like Anthony Davis is the focal point. And he is a key. He is the answer to this Lakers team, and they need to build around him. Build around Anthony Davis. He is the guy. I want to get into a little bit more of this, but I have to let my partners at Pechanga give you guys a quick word.
At Pechanga Resort Casino, you can rock and roll, sip and slide, twist and shout. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, official Indian gaming sponsor of the Lakers.
The reason why I feel that Anthony Davis, you have to build around him, is because you can bring assets in when you trade LeBron. I know who you're gonna have that question. Who wants an aging superstar in LeBron James? You're gonna have to include those picks. Do you want to? Who knows? We don't know what the draft level is going to be. Let's come as next year and the year after that. But you might have to be able to consider it. Yes. But Anthony Davis is the focal point. He is a key piece of this team. He is the driving force. He should be the leader. I get it. He doesn't do it on a night in and night out basis. But if you're able to bring in young, fresh legs, young talent, have that rebuilding year, and then come forward when Anthony Davis has been able to be trade valuable, then that's when the consideration comes. You might have to be able to trade Anthony Davis. That can go down the line, but not right now. Right now, you keep working with Anthony Davis. See if you want to build around him. See if he's a franchise guy for this team to bring in young, fresh legs and adding assets. Because LeBron's not going to be here much longer. After this year, who knows if he's going to retire? Who knows if he might stay another year? But then if you stay another year, if you have another year with LeBron, who's the guarantee that there's going to be success? You're not going to be able to bring fresh legs in. You're not going to be able to bring young legs in. Because the guys you have on the team, Deondre Russell's not available for a trade. There's other guys you don't want to be able to, that are not trade valuable. So it's clear to see. I want to see your guys' comments. I want to see your guys' reaction. Do the Lakers need to get out of the LeBron era, the Lakers era with LeBron? Is it time to call it a quits and time to call it an end? Deondre Hawkins here. Appreciate you guys tuning in as always. Peace.